traveling is an art form. Would you not agree? Of course you would agree, because this is a one-sided conversation, but no, I trust that you do believe that traveling is in fact an art form. And once you know how to pack quickly, and you actually have the ability to pack without a checklist, that's when you know that you're beginning to master this skill. And I am not even close to mastering this skill. Some people are like, oh man, I know exactly what I need to put in my case. But I have whittled my traveling requirements down to one carry-on bag. Very, very proud of that. And in that carry-on bag, I could go for maybe a week, depending, of course, on where you're going and what you're doing. If I'm going to film something, I need a lot of equipment. So maybe it's just a few days. But if I'm just going to, I don't know, if I'm going skiing, then I need a checked bag. I'm not going to carry on my skis. But it's an art form. So when you're sitting there with your tray table down, and they come by with a meal that you have to somehow balance precariously on this tiny, tiny little seashell of a tray in front of you. And you can tell people who know how to navigate an airline meal, because they know how to unwrap things and how to keep things in order, how to fold things up and tuck that there, how to put some packages inside of another package so that it won't go everywhere. What questions to answer when the flight attendant comes by and says, would you like some coffee or tea? Obviously, if they're asking you one of these things, the next question is going to be, would you like cream or sugar? And so, if you're used to traveling, you say coffee, 2 cream, 2 sugar, please. And then they just hand you the things, and that's it. Everybody's happy. But it's so strange when people have been traveling for such a long time, and yet when they are offered coffee, they say, what? What'd you say? I didn't get that. It's like, what do you think the flight attendant is going to ask after you accept a cup of coffee? Cream or sugar? It's like, so think ahead. And another word for thinking ahead is anticipation. You may have heard me say this before, but I believe the hallmark, the milestone to knowing that you have mastered a skill, it's anticipation. It's the ability to project into the future and to see something coming. So a soccer player who is really, really good at his sport, who has mastered it, he anticipates the field and he knows where to go, and that's where the ball will be going so that he can intercept or receive a pass. So it's anticipation. So when you're going through your skills that you know, or that you're working on, whether it's something like football or something silly like traveling, think to yourself, anticipation, and try to project forward and anticipate what will be coming next. Because if you can do that, that means that you are mastering the skill. And when you master a skill, it's just so cool. May it be a goal in your life to master at least one skill and to pass it on to someone else.